Hey everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. So we still have, today was kind of a lethargic day, but essentially stocks went down about the same amount percentage-wise that bonds went up in some light fund reallocations that are coming up towards the end of the year. And the question is, though, on the 195-minute charts, does that change the dynamics of the setups we've seen? And the answer to that is no. The squeeze could fire off long or short. At this point, the idea is that it would fire off long, but it could fire off short as well. But we're still staying within this boxed range here. So I like the idea. When you see something like this, it's a lot of times it's tempting, like, oh, great, I'll just sell iron condors, with the idea that we will stay within this range, and my calls and my puts that I sell will expire worthless, and that's nice income I can bring into my account. The reality of it is when you see a squeeze like this, we're getting ready to have a greater than expected move, the odds are, either one way or the other. So I actually prefer to buy straddles in that type of a situation. So, I like that for the Qs. The same with Goldman Sachs. You can see same type of a situation that's setting up right here. And then for Amazon, it's a little bit different. For Amazon, we don't have a squeeze setting up, but we have a huge daily wedge that's been setting up here. And this bodes also extremely well for a greater than expected move. This is a very neutral setup, though. It's not, whereas the Qs are a little bit more bullish. I think that Amazon could go either way, which is why I would prefer to do the long straddle here, okay? So looking at that. And then from there, we're also seeing some victims of what I would call the tax loss selling, okay? Twilio being one of those, okay? And so what happens here and all that kind of stuff we can take a look at. So we're getting into, of course, the end of the year. We had an interesting discussion today in the class. A lot of people asking about, in the trading room, about this class that's coming up on Friday. A lot of folks that hadn't done it before. And what's interesting is we're already starting to see what I would call victims of the tax loss selling phenomena in particular stocks. And those are ones that I'm setting up for the watch list that will be trading on Friday. So I won't go through all the bullets. You guys have seen this. But this is something that'll be all day on Friday. It'll be, as we also set up and take advantage of the tax loss selling, I'm there for the day. We'll take a lunch break. I'll answer whatever questions you guys have, but in the meantime, as we're setting up those end of year trades, we're also going to be looking for some interesting, what I would call scalping option type opportunities. The goal is that in a class like this, is at the end of the day, we've all made up for the price of the class, even if you're trading one lots and then some. So the idea is to learn while you earn and get a setup for the new year. Plus, it's a fun way to spend the day together. Sometimes people ask, well, why not just do this in the trading room? And the reason for it is, like, for a class like this, in the trading room, it's really focusing on trading. In the class, the idea is like, look, here's the topic we're focusing on. Okay, so there may be a lot of other questions out there, but this is the narrow topic. We're going to confine our questions into the scope of this topic so we can all dive in and learn that. But also, it's just being able to kind of, so at least you have the opportunity, it's like we can all hang out together, and I can at least tell you from the times that I've done this over the last 15, 16, 17 plus years in a row when I first started seeing this phenomena. Look, this is what I do. This is how I do it. And then that way, next year, whether you're with Simpler or not, you can still do it on your own. So that's the goal of it. In a trading room, you can't do that because there's so many different questions and so many different things going on. You really can't just dive deep into one topic, and so that's why we do that. Anyway, it'll be a lot of fun. Simplertrading.com/harvest, and that'll be all day Friday. All right, you guys have a good one, and we'll see you at the next update.